Hey, Joe back here again with another reliability topic, bringing to you experiences from my times as a plant manager over 32 years in heavy industry, what I've learned on that journey, passing it out to you in little 10-minute segments. Today's topic is hidden value in going to a condition monitoring, even continuous condition monitoring culture over time based. What are those hidden savings and values that you get from that a lot of people miss when they're trying to justify this? So hopefully this will help you out as you're trying to embark on a continuous condition monitoring or going to a PDM culture at your plant. First of all, bottom right, hit subscribe. Today is week two of, hey, bring your friend to YouTube. Copy and paste this video in an email distribution list at your plant, your group of colleagues. Let them know about this community and what we're trying to do. Let's expand it. The comments mean everything, and the suggested videos mean everything too. So let's get started. Everyone, is familiar with the P to F chart. Got another video on that. I'll save a link to that. Basically, you got time going on this axis. You got good performance up here. You've got this asset that's moving along, and then it hits this point of failure, and then it drives down. And then you've got things like UE can detect that defect here. Then you've got Vibe can detect it. And then you've got IR, and then you get into oil analysis. Then you can hear it, smell it, feel it, and then it explodes down here. You've all seen that. We're familiar with that. And then what we're also familiar with is this other line that is cost. Cost actually takes off this way. It's very low when you find an anomaly with UE and you fix it down here. Very minimal cost, even just a couple $100. Where you go out here to final failure, this could be several $1,000s. Some, say that's 10x. I've seen 20. I've seen 30x the cost of finding it down here with this technology. Most people know that. You can plan, schedule, kit jobs, execute them, great stuff. But that's only the tip of the iceberg. So what are some of those more subtle values that you get from driving a reliability culture? This video came from 4 discussions I had with, happened to be vendors, that understood the basics of the PDF but didn't have the depth of understanding from being in the battles and just didn't have my experience, and I helped them with these points. So I thought I'd make a video on the topic. If you've lived this and you've been on and you climbed that reliability mountain and you see these things jump out at you. So let's jump into them. I've drawn an iceberg here. There's a water line. This is a little red-beaked penguin up here, if you can see that. Just a little humor. So a benefit. The ease of problem solving. How much easier it is to solve a problem when you have a pump that broke, vibrated apart, froze on the shaft, and you're fixing it in emergency mode because production's down, versus you find an anomaly on the bearing, you find a slight vibration on the bearing from Vibe. It's very easy to find that problem, to fix that problem. Also easy to troubleshoot it. You know what happened. The corrective actions from that. How many corrective actions processes have you been in? And we identified the 10 to 20 things that could have caused that problem. And then we put together actions to fix all those. And industry standard is 80% of those never get implemented. So it just makes everybody feel good. We did the root cause work, right? But you can get that down to 2 to 3 if you find the anomaly early. Cool. Number 3, you can solve more problems since they're smaller. You don't have to spend a week in a big Apollo root cause. You can do a couple 5 whys, do a fishbone diagram, and in 2 hours you can find out the root cause that leads to those actions, so you can click out a lot more of those things, right? So you can solve a lot more problems. You improve production and improve quality and yield. I'm going to lump these together. You have less starts and stops. Equipment doesn't like start, stop, start, stop, start, stop, start. You end up with, scrap when you do that. You end up with quality issues on the ragged edge and significant production issues. Jump down to number 6. Less injuries. You're not in troubleshooting mode. You're not trying to figure out what's going on, and less frustration in the people. And number 7, what happens to creation and innovation time when you're not in the high drama, survive the day mode? You have more time to think about, how do I improve the process? How do I improve the quality? How do I make it where we have less input cost into that? So significantly more innovation time. And that actually leads to more of our impact on attrition. Less people wanting to leave because especially when you got 2.5% unemployment, less drama, less frustration. You feel like you're making a positive impact. And this applies to everybody, these last two. Innovation time and just, value what you do at work. You feel like you're making a difference. This starts with the operator, goes through the crafts, and the supervisors, managers, plant managers. Everybody is more impactful in this reliability culture. This is where the money is, at least 2x. What I found is the R&M savings, if you're going in and looking for, hey, what do we save in parts and material and labor associated with a PDM find, this is at least double that. At least doubles it, okay? So it's a big number. Now, it is hard to calculate. It's hard to calculate, but the plant managers are looking for opportunities to have one action to have an 8-fold impact. An 8-fold impact from one action. We're lean in resources. Everybody's lean. Nobody has too many resources. Everybody wants more. So what you're looking for is opportunities where you can find actions that people have that can have multiple effects like this. 2 + 2 = 5, right? That's what you're looking for. You got to at least highlight this. You may not be able to put a number on each one of these, but at least highlight it to let your decision makers, your deciders, have that information. People, like I said, that have climbed the mountain, you're on top, and you've lived this fight of driving from a reactive maintenance culture to a proactive maintenance culture. You see all these things, but we don't talk about it too much. That's why this video. Okay, so my challenge for this week to everybody, have a little brainstorming session at your plant. I don't know your processes. They're a little bit different, a lot the same, but your 8 things listed here may be different, maybe 10x as big as this. But brainstorm those things and factor them into your sales pitch. Make at least a slide on your sales pitch and say, hey, here's some intangibles. I don't know how big they're going to be, but it's a big deal at our plant. It may strike a nerve with the deciders. I guarantee it's not small. Begin your journey, folks. This stuff's not that hard. If I can help you in any way, send me an email. You have my link. Reply back on LinkedIn if that's where you're finding this. Let's have a discussion. Let's have an email. I get about 10 or 15 a day. I could probably handle 4 or 5 more. Give me a like. Give me a subscribe. If I can help you, give me a call. I promise you, not promise you, I really think, I really strongly believe I can shave years off your journey just by having an experienced guide. It's not that I'm any smarter. It's just that I've done this several times over my 32-year career. Thank you.